Canada is at it again. The Trudeau government is provoking India again. It has put Indian diplomats in Vancouver under surveillance. The methods are invasive. The Canadians are engaging in audio and video surveillance. Even private communications of Indian diplomats have been intercepted. Remember, these diplomats already face a hostile environment in Canada. In the past, Khalistanis have targeted them by releasing posters with their pictures. And now the Canadian government is spying on them. India has lodged a strong protest over this surveillance. New Delhi says this is a direct violation of diplomatic norms. But, as usual, the Trudeau government seems indifferent. Here's a report.
India-Canada relations have hit a new low. The Trudeau government has been spying on Indian diplomats. This week, the Ministry of External Affairs informed the Parliament about this. Diplomats in Vancouver were placed under sweeping surveillance. Both audio and video monitoring was carried out. Even the private communications of diplomats wasn't spared. Canadian spies intercepted and tracked them. It's a troubling new chapter in a relationship which was already under considerable strain. India has lodged a strong protest against this surveillance. Earlier this month, a note verbal was issued to the Canadian mission in New Delhi. But the snooping hasn't stopped. The MEA says the Indian diplomats in Vancouver remain under surveillance. New Delhi has repeatedly called on Canada to secure Indian missions, but those appeals seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Indian consulates have been refused security. Take the case of India's consulate in Toronto. They plan to host a community outreach camp. Such events are a common affair for Indian missions worldwide. They are used to extend some consular services and make an outreach to the Indian diaspora. But in Toronto, the Indian consulate couldn't go ahead. Canada refused to provide security for the camp. These events have become targets for extremists in Canada. This month, a consular camp in Brampton was targeted. The Indian mission in Canada issued a statement about it and accused anti-India elements for engaging in violence. Even Justin Trudeau issued a statement. He called the violence unacceptable. But words alone offer little reassurance. Canada has been difficult turf for Indian diplomats to operate in. They have been constant targets of Khalistani extremists. In the past, they have put up posters and billboards with the faces of Indian diplomats endorsing violence against them. Now the Canadian government is engaging in surveillance of Indian diplomats. It makes their environment even more hostile. In October, New Delhi had virtually downgraded its ties with Canada. It had recalled its High Commissioner to Canada along with 6 other diplomats. New Delhi had also expelled 6 Canadian diplomats, including Canada's acting High Commissioner. Back then, India had said it has no faith in the Trudeau government. The surveillance would hardly reassure New Delhi. This relationship will continue to remain hostile for the foreseeable future.